Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's full moon eclipse readings. This is happening today, so very powerful energy. Now, we are asking about full moon miracles, exponential transformation, but in the most positive way. This is what we are asking about at the moment. The energy is mind-blowing. It feels as though the world is changing at a rate of knots, and sometimes we can feel a bit overwhelmed with what is going on and the speed of the changes. But from a spiritual perspective, there are miracles all around us, and learning and leaning into the discovery of those miracles can really assist us at a time when things seem to be changing very fast. So that is what we are leaning into, asking about in today's readings, full moon miracles. Beautiful souls, welcome back if you're returning. I am honoured to be reading for you and connected with you all. Welcome if you're new. It is a great honour to be meeting you in these readings today. Now, we have three beautiful cards to choose from, three crystals as well. So I'm going to hold them up so you can have a good look at them, just to really see which of the readings, sometimes it's more than one, might be speaking to you. And in a moment, I will also do an Ask the Universe, which pile or piles to check in on today. So if that's something you want to do, we can do that in a moment. And I'll put the timestamp for that in the description below. So if you actually want to fast forward to that, you can. But for now, let me show you the cards and the crystals. So for pile one, your card is Golden Eagle. Enlightenment, success. So this is the energy of pile one, and you have the black obsidian star. And it's a 5-pointed star, it's a Venus star. Okay, pile two, you have hedgehog, inner world, curiosity. And this is sitting with the beautiful amethyst angel. This is what it looks like. It's really stunning. So that is for pile two. Pile three, we have spider, connection, shadow. And this is with the green aventurine butterfly. Okay, so those are the three piles. Now, I'm going to leave the camera running just for a little bit longer to give you a bit more time if you really do just want to sit with your intuition. If there's anything in particular going on in your world that you'd like to kind of really lean into or gain clarity about, to really seek the miracle within any situation, then focus on that and lean into whichever reading is really singing to you, whether it's a card or one of the crystals. But I'm also in a moment going to ask the universe, so it's entirely up to you how you approach this. There really aren't any wrongs or rights, and this is a timeless reading. So even if this has popped up for you at a time when we are not having a full moon eclipse on the very day of the readings, then I am positive that the readings will be right for you. I always do feel that when we find a reading, it kind of shows up at the right time. I sometimes come across readings that are years old, and it astonishes me every time if it pops up in my stream and I think, where did that come from? Why now? But actually, I take the time to tune in, and it always for me has a message. So I'm going to move on and check in with the universe to see which pile or piles is recommended. And I will see you guys then in the readings. So let's ask the universe to pick a pile for us. This is from the homepage of my website, where you can actually find not just a pile, but also a reading if you ever need to. But let's ask today for the universe to reveal the pile or piles for this reading. Pile 3. Okay, so beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. The timestamps are below. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So, let us find out about a full moon miracle, some form of potentially exponential transformation that's going on around you, and how this is emerging, why, what the bigger picture is. Let's just dive in and get as much information as we can. You have Sewello. This is very interesting because you have enlightenment and success. And Sewello can really indicate like finding a particular pathway or following a particular pathway. Sometimes there is literally a pathway that you are meant to follow and it's being opened up. Look at the way this eagle, we can see the sunlight here behind. You also have Wunjo, the rune of joy. This is wonderful. This is a wonderful, wonderful energy. Okay. I do think something is genuinely maybe moving forwards, opening up. You're being guided to something. You have 6666 great blessings. Wow. Self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding and letting go. Nurture yourself, your needs, desires and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Rise above something perhaps. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, that opportunity or job needs to squeeze in here somewhere. Okay. This feels like it's almost like I want to say make space for joy in your life. Make room for joy. Are you very, very busy? Is there space for something to come in? If you have a very busy world, if energetically you think of yourself as being a bit like a pie chart, if you are, 80% full and you're longing for something that's your top priority, can it squeeze into that 20% space that's left? Let's find out. This is real. Make space for joy. Oh my goodness me, tender embrace. Isn't that so beautiful? Look at that card. Oh, that looks joyous. Let's see, I think we want another from this deck, actually. What's this one? Willing release. This is making me think about time. These beautiful seed pods. This is about dreams, about wishes. Yeah, I want to say let go of any clutter, excess stuff, things that get in the way. If you're manifesting something, my beautiful souls, let me see if I can move these around. Maybe if we put these like this, that's going to give us a bit more space to put these in. How can we do this? Yeah, that would work, I think. Just feel like I need to have these really visible. I really want to say make some room in your life for joy. I feel as though the full moon miracle for you is actually something that it's something that is going to make you really, really happy. Like pure joy, pure happiness. I think the pathway is actually being opened up for you. And if there's anything that is leaving your life at this moment in time, then let it go gracefully. It's like the seeds of time are active here. Something is literally wanting to come in and kind of embrace you, or maybe you are needing to embrace it. Let's look at your tarot cards as well. I wonder if we can get some more specific information for you. Enlightenment, success. I'm seeing this, and this, and this, and that one, and indeed that one's definitely coming through as well, and this one too. Okay, make way for success, make room. You have the Lovers. You know, with tender embrace, I do think for some of you this could be connected to love and relationship. This may be a relationship reading for some of you. Could also be your relationship with yourself, but I do think it could be. Actually, I'm going to have trouble, look here, I think, getting all these in because I want you to be able to see these. Bear with me while I shuffle the cards around a bit. There we go. I've moved the candle out a little bit just to give us a bit more room. I think for some of you this could be a relationship reading. If you're looking for a strength, maybe even a new chapter in an existing relationship, or you're looking for love. If you're single looking for love, I do think there's a connection here. It could be your relationship with yourself, that you're needing to fall in love with yourself. But this is a pathway to joy, and I do think it possibly does connect to your connection, your relationship with somebody else. We have the Four of Coins, the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Your reading is becoming clear. The Strength card and the Ace of Swords. This is about being really resolute about something, actually, which is very, very, very exciting. You have two aces. How absolutely fascinating. Now, this is about making space to nurture something that you really, really, really would like, and to persevere with something. If any of you are in the early stages of something and you're hoping it's going to flourish, now this in reality could be a project or a circumstance or something, but whatever it is, you're in the early stages of something, and it's going, I think, to need... It's going to need to be treasured and looked after to come to fruition. If you are single, I do think this could well be all you need. You're looking for a new chapter within an existing relationship. I think someone is going to come, actually, somebody might come and approach you. Like maybe if you're really busy, this very quite specific message coming through. To be fair, I did ask if we could get some more specifics, and I do feel we are being gifted with that today. But obviously, with any reading, as a reader, each reader has to read it as we see it, and no reading will ever tell you what to do. I think with the Lovers, because this is also a card of choice, I am seeing someone approach you with something. Now, either you already have some lovely little something that could blossom in the future, or somebody is about to arrive. Something is coming into your world that could blossom into something in the future. Many of you will know what this is. There is something that I feel as though it's at its beginning. Could even be, if it's to do with love, someone you quite like the look of. But I do see this at the moment. It is almost as though at the moment, I feel as though for many of you it is present. Or if you are single, for example, and looking for love, if we use that just as an example of the energy, it could be that it's kind of there. You kind of know you want it. But somehow it hasn't yet blossomed or emerged. And maybe there hasn't been space to really welcome it in, because this is about welcoming something in. Something you really want, and being prepared to nurture it, to look after it, to water this so it can grow. I think it can grow. We have the Ace of Cups. This is really beautiful. So it is about making space. That's what I'm really seeing here. And this full moon, I think the full moon miracle may actually help you to identify something, either a something or a someone, that you can definitely nurture to make it, grow, to make it come forth. It may take a little bit of time with strength. It may need some perseverance. But as long as you are clear about what you desire and you are prepared to release anything that is kind of getting in the way, I think something can actually genuinely flourish. This is the great blessing. That big love, that opportunity or that job, it's got to squeeze in. There's got to be space for it. It really is about making space for that amazing something to come into your world. I'm going to draw a few more cards and just see what else we're shown. Yeah, I actually, before I draw any more cards, I do feel we're also being shown maybe here it's like with the bee here. This can be very fruitful, but it's to do with choosing to allow yourself to have it. It's like the universe can open doors for you, but you have to walk through them. We can ask for something, we can set an intent, we can put a desire into the universe, but if the universe opens a door for us, we do have to actually step through it. This is sort of, co-creating here. A path you must follow. I don't feel as though hibernation is the thing at the moment, this little hut here. I think there's a need to be alert to possibility. You have the 9 of Cups, which is a very lovely energy. You have the 3 of Swords. How interesting. Now, the 3 of Swords traditionally is connected to sadness or a broken heart, but actually the opportunity to move through and beyond something. You then have the Page of Swords. You have the Emperor. Okay. And you have the 5 of Swords. Ooh, look at this, whirlwind. What's that saying, like a whirlwind romance? I do feel the energy around you. This is what I feel I'm seeing here. That something is sort of dissolving, hence the let it go. Willing release. And I do think it is a willing release. I do think you are actually possibly letting go of something. Maybe there's an awareness that you need to let go of something in order to make the space for the new. But as it literally dissolves or disintegrates or vanishes or leaves or departs, whatever is passing away in your world, I think something very new is coming in quite fast, a bit of a whirlwind. And I think there'll be an opportunity here. And with Sewello, that pathway you must follow, this is a pathway to joy. I do think you have a choice, and this is the interesting thing. You may be so busy navigating the change of something, but the change of something, as in something departing, is arriving with purpose, and the purpose is coming to enable you to have something that, my goodness me, you are so going to love. Look at this beautiful octopus here. Let's really just tune in with this card. It's almost like it's kind of sitting, chilling out on a big chair or a bed, or there's beautiful blankets here. I do think as one thing departs, it is, do you know this? I'm hearing as one door closes, another one opens. With this full moon eclipse, or the energy that's here right now as I'm doing these readings, but also whenever you find them, I would imagine the energy, if this is resonating with you, then this is the right time for you to have found this reading. I think something is going to come in like a whirlwind. And it is literally like one thing departs, something new arrives. Almost as though it's like if one person exits. If you were sitting down and having like a conversation with somebody and it completes and they get up and they walk out the door, and literally as they walk out, it's almost as though they pass in the doorway, something else comes in. Enlightenment, success. I think what is departing is something that you are choosing to sort of let go of. Some of you may actively be choosing to clear things out so that you can make space for the new, in which case, way to go, because this is the energy. I think the miracle that's coming in and the change is literally a letting go of something, and it does feel as though one door closes, another opens, but I think you're active in it. I think you're choosing to release something, or choosing to make a change, or choosing to close a particular door. And as it literally sort of dissolves and dissipates, a doorway is opened that you choose then to step through. Just noticing with the Emperor that these are like birds of prey sitting around him. And here we have the eagle here. Pile 1, I think this is divine timing. There's divine timing in this, and it really does feel as though it is literally one thing ends, another enters. There's an exit and an entry point. If you walk out of a door and you are literally walking into, it's like stepping from one room to another, or out of the house into the street. It's a different environment, a different location, or a different person, or a different job, or a different attitude, or a new chapter. This is what's happening. For many of you, this is connected to some form of relationship. Whatever this is in alignment with, it will make you unbelievably happy. This is your pathway to joy. So, clear space. Clear space. I get the impression some of you might actively be doing that, going through your wardrobe and just like, that doesn't fit anymore, those clothes don't fit, and having a major turnout. And my goodness me, it's like you're making space for the new to come in. This is the energy. And I think it is absolutely working in your favour. I think what seems to me to be coming across here is almost the speed at which something new can come in response to you choosing to let go of something that is no longer resonant with you, which is pretty powerful, because sometimes we have to let go and we have to go through a grieving process and all kinds of things. This is like, exiting one thing and the next thing just arrives, just like that, like a whirlwind. So I feel timing is on your side in terms of transformation and bringing in the new. So whatever is going to make you profoundly happy, open that door and let it in. Pile 1, this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'm absolutely honoured, blessed, privileged, humbled to be reading for you. Do keep me posted in the comments. It's amazing to hear your stories. Thank you for your support of me and the channel, and for your support of one another in this community. It really is an honour to be connected with you all. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never, ever, ever miss a reading. And we are in eclipse season at this time, so my tarot course is half price. Do seize the opportunity if you want to jump on board that at the moment. And beautiful souls, I will see you in another reading, I hope, really, really soon. Tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Let's find out about a full moon miracle for you. What's happening? You have Gibo. This is the rune of partnership, or sometimes this can indicate a gift. You also have the rune of Perth, which is a bit like almost like a rite of passage or a transitionary period. I always see it as being like almost like walking through a tunnel where you're still in the tunnel and you've entered something and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know where you're headed, but it's that process while we're traveling through that tunnel before we come out the other side. What else do we have? Inner world curiosity. Ooh. And you have 2112. It's up to you. Okay. Someone watching over you. Good fortune, unforeseen forces and direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, so 2112, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favour and your dreams will come true soon. I feel like that means that maybe you are going to, like this transitionary period, you're going to get to that light at the end of the tunnel. You'll be able to come out the other end. Inner world, curiosity. It's very interesting. I hadn't really sort of connected, sort of talking about a tunnel as being an inner experience. But maybe you are on a bit of a journey. You haven't quite got to the final destination, if we use that as a metaphor. And maybe there is an opportunity to do a little bit of maybe even more steady inquiry rather than being goal-driven, just to get more centered. Let's see what else we're shown. You have the royal you. Okay. Sort of, I'm hearing like your crowning glory and exposed and revealed. Ah, okay. I think the miracle, actually, the full moon miracle, and of course full moons do reveal things to us, and we have a full moon here in this card. Full moons are known for illuminating and revealing things that we need to see. It may be that this does reveal something to you, this moon, that you need to see in order to then emerge, to come out at the end of that tunnel. Maybe you are in a little bit, if any of you have been waiting, you feel like you've been monumentally patient, and I do read your comments, by the way. I can't reply to them all because there are too many, but I genuinely do read them. And I have noticed that several people have been saying, oh, more patience when something comes up in a reading that says you need to be patient. And some of you are like, how long do I have to be patient for? I have been patient like forever. When is it going to happen? When is this going to emerge? When will I get to whatever it is that you're getting to, whatever that light would be at the end of the tunnel? And hedgehogs, they're not very visible, and yet this is very visible with this eye. They kind of tend to, we do see them in the daytime, but they tend to be out more at night. And they are the most beautiful creatures. I don't know if any of you have ever met them personally. I have been very lucky to have done so. But there's something about them, there's something that maybe it's that light at the end of the tunnel, something that's going to be shown to you, exposed and revealed, but it's something of potential. This is very, 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 very interesting energy around, actually. Let me just see. You also have the Hierophant. Okay. Now, the Hierophant is a card that brings an energy of commitment, tradition, sometimes stepping away from tradition. Let me get more information, more guidance for you, please. What is this miracle? I do feel as though maybe this full moon is actually going to really reveal something to you. You have the Ten of Wands. You have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Coins. Look at this pathway. Very interesting, because the Five of Coins is a card where it can feel as though the landscape is a little bit barren, or there's a lack financially sometimes. Then you have the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles. Look at the way this is being built. They're building something. You have the Eight of Wands, okay, which is fascinating because it's a very fast card, very fast energy. This looks like a very harmonious gathering. Ooh, and then you have the Nine of Swords, and we see somebody studying. Or we see an owl studying in a library. Okay, I'm just going to place this. Where should I place this one? I'll just put it here next to our lovely hedgehog. Okay. If you are in a circumstance, what I think is there's an energy around you. This is what I am seeing, my beautiful pile too. I think there's an energy around you where I do think something is feeling as though it's not moving forwards. Now, it could be that you've started a project, but it hasn't been bringing you in the money that you need, or it hasn't really taken off, or there's something that isn't moving forwards. And I do think some of you have been really, really, really mega patient, and I think you have persevered, and I think you have kept on building, even though you have not always felt as though you knew kind of like how to build the next step. You've kept on going. I think possibly it has felt like quite both like a calling, as if there's, when you are you really just feel like there's a drive to do it, a driver to do it. But I think this miracle, actually, what I feel I'm being shown here is that the pathway to success, actually, and I suspect this for some of you, this is financial success, or the resources you need, or indeed the people that you need to help you. I think a pathway to success is opening up. I do think you're being guided. And even though it does feel as though you're in that sort of, in that tunnel, as it were, or in this area that can feel a bit barren, I do actually think that that's what we're being shown. I think maybe there's been a sense of a feeling of a bit of a burden, like maybe you're carrying a lot of responsibility. Perhaps you've started a project and it's a big project and you just don't yet have the resources to employ people or to be able to delegate, because there is either hasn't been anybody to delegate to, or you haven't been earning enough to do that. What I feel we're being shown here is that the miracle is that something will be shown to you that will enable you to collaborate, to not carry everything yourself. For some of you, it could even be you do end up signing a contract or even learning a new skill. This could be learning, if you've been doing something by hand, for example, you could suddenly discover a new skill that would actually enable you to halve the time that it takes. Like there's some sort of program out there, some bit of software that can really help you. You've been doing it by hand, and suddenly something can do a bit of that for you. It doesn't take you off track in any way. I think you're still on the same pathway, but something is revealed to you that I think is going to assist you in moving something forwards. And it's up to you whether you choose to take it or not. But it could be, it's not exact. I don't feel we're being given a shortcut to something. It feels quite specific, actually. It's more that it just enables you to be focused. It would be like, for example, let's say you make videos or something like that. Let's say here I do readings and I join them all together with an editing suite. Well, if you were putting your videos together and maybe editing them within, I don't know, you can edit on YouTube, I believe. I haven't done it myself. But it would be like if you were using one form of editing and it takes quite a long time. And then suddenly something comes up, it's offered to you, it's revealed, it's exposed, that there is actually an editing suite that can do it really, really quickly for you. And you're like, wow, that would, save me so much time. So I feel something or someone or a group of people are coming in to give you the resources or the time and the space or something. It does involve maybe some learning or a contract of some sort. Could be learning a new skill. But my goodness me, it's going to really, really, really help you to be able to create something much, much, much more quickly, or to be able to take the pressure off you so you can focus on the creative stuff while something else does or someone else or a team of people. Maybe you discover that there's a team of people who work around the corner. You've, I don't know, always done your own accounts, for example, and it takes ages and ages and ages. And suddenly there's an opportunity where somebody can step in and it's a really good service. It's someone who just lives around the corner. Maybe they work from home. Somebody recommends them and they're really, really reasonable. And you think, gosh, why didn't I ever use them before? I've been battling away. It's not my bag to do accounts. I've been battling away and now I've got somebody who can do it for me. There's something here that's revealed that makes your world easier and it removes the burden of being overloaded with something. I think it's something you've committed to, you want to follow it through, but I think it's begun to feel like it's a bit of an epic journey, really. Almost as though it's taking so much longer or there's not enough help or resources or money. If you're doing something and you've been trying to promote it, it could be that you're shown an amazing avenue of how you can promote something, so that it then brings in the resources for you to, again, be able to maybe get some help in so you're not doing it on your own. This is the kind of flavour here, but it is up to you. I think there's something in a completely unforeseen way that does arrive to open up something that can be of immense benefit and assistance and help for you. And I think it will move things forwards much, much, much more quickly in a really delightful way. And it's an absolute gift. Gibo is a gift of partnership, but also a gift. I think it really is an absolute gift. And I think it will make your life so much easier. So whenever you come to this reading, I'm guessing it's going to be relatively imminent because this is very present to the energy of revelation, of being shown things, of things being revealed. Wow, this is really super exciting. Pile 2, keep us posted. I'd love to hear what happens and what's going on for you. This is amazing. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. If you would like to make sure that you never miss a reading or a live event, in a few weeks' time, I will be doing another live event here on YouTube where we read cards together. There's an element of sort of a little bit of teaching because I have a tarot course, so I'll bring a little bit of teaching into it, but really we'll be reading cards in alignment with the next new moon, actually. So do tune in with that. I'll be posting that shortly. And if you're watching this in 6 months' time, just check out the homepage. And because I will be doing these every month, so these live events, so do throughout this year. So do check out the homepage, see when the next one is coming up. Bookmark the page, come and read cards together. It's an amazing experience. If you're interested in doing my tarot course, it is currently half price. Do check that out. That's in alignment with eclipse season. And Pile 2, I'm just sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you for another reading really soon. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have Spider, Connection, Shadow, and the Green Aventurin Butterfly. Degas, the rune of breakthrough, and Lagos, the rune of flow. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay, this could be a major breakthrough moment. Now, we are asking about miracles. and transformation and change. Okay. The breakthrough is quite significant as a card. It really, really is. And Lagos, we see something then flowing into existence. 1331, good fortune. Wow. Advice, comfort, major change, individuality, independence. Have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favour. I think that maybe there might be a breakthrough moment coming, literally. But it's curious, it seems to arrive with something. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message. Green Aventurin, for me, is such a comforting energy. I always feel like I'm being hugged by a big blanket when I work with this energy. The Royal You. Now, this came out in pile 2, so if you were drawn to pile 2, it may well be worth checking it out. And how interesting, Tender Embrace. This came out, I think, in pile 1, so we seem to be revisiting the other piles. Well, if any of you were drawn to any of the other piles, I would strongly recommend checking them out in case there is a message there for you too. Okay, The Royal You and Tender Embrace. 180-degree turn. This is... I'm sort of speaking out loud, my apologies. But the Rune of Breakthrough sometimes indicates a 180-degree turn, like you move in a completely different direction. Have faith in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. Weaving that web with the spider energy. Letting something flow. Sort of hearing there's an ebb and flow. I wonder if you are in a bit of an ebb rather than a flow, and it may be that the energy of the full moon or the full moon miracle is to bring you something, a bit of support, a bit of love, kindness, TLC, tender embrace, maybe a bit of tender, loving support, guidance is coming to you at this time of the full moon, to almost to give you the confidence to continue flowing or to believe in what you're doing. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, I think that's that one too. Is there a almost like a little tender pause going on at the moment? You have the 10 of Cups. Well, this is just heavenly. Look at all these figures, almost like lying back in the water, doing, it's like synchronized swimming, isn't it? That's what it's called. Synchronicities. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the 9 of Swords. You have the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Sun. Ooh, okay. And look at the Sun in a, like it's the butterfly coming out of the chrysalis. I think the full moon miracle, I think it might come in the form of a piece of genuine support, or genuine encouragement, or genuine validation of what you're doing and who you are. And I think you're going to discover almost like how valued you are, perhaps for some of you. That someone comes along and says something and it's genuinely meant. Or even a group of people acknowledge how important you are. You know, you're like... your contribution to, if you have been, you know, rubbing along nicely but not really feeling as though you have a part to play, and then someone comes along and says, do you know, without you this whole thing would fall apart. You know, your part to play in this is amazing. Your contribution is incredible. I think that there may well be some kind of, I think, quite significant validation here. of your part to play, of how treasured, how valued you are. And yeah, connection. Maybe you have been working in the shadows, behind the scenes. I think you may be somebody who has contributed a great deal, actually. You may well actually be somebody who, wherever you are and whatever you do, I think you give it your all. That's what's coming through here, particularly with the two queens. I think you are emotionally there for people. I think you genuinely do actually assist people. You bring your energy, you bring your love, you bring your support, your compassion, your connection. I think you genuinely do. I think you offer a lot of support to others, actually. And I think your reading is suggesting that the full moon miracle, and I think it's going to be a very significant turning point for you, a breakthrough moment, is almost as though, like the tables turn and you receive. So whereas you might have been feeling, I don't know, I don't feel like you're feeling as though you're giving it all and you're not getting enough back. Far from it. But I do feel that you are working solidly to, and you are just, I think you are just somebody who literally does give 1,000%, whatever you're doing. I think the full moon miracle is a real validation of your value, of who you are. It's a validation, it's someone or a group of people telling you how amazing you are, how extraordinary you are, how much they love you, how appreciated you are. And it's interesting because I think it helps to support you in a moment when maybe you might have been feeling a bit overloaded or feeling as though the things that you are creating or the amount that you are giving is maybe you have been feeling you're not getting enough back. I almost feel as though this is not exactly your crowning glory, but I do think you get crowned by people, as in really validated, honoured. People tell you how important you are, how much they miss you if you're not able to be somewhere, how much they value your contribution. There's a real sense of validation here. I wonder, where does this then lead? Because this is everything working out in your favour, good fortune. Does this lead to anything that we could be aware of, perhaps? You have the 9 of Cups. And you have the Lovers. Okay. You have the Devil. What comes from this is, I think, the 5 of Coins. Yeah. We've got one more card to come yet. Let's draw that, and then I will say what I feel I'm seeing here. And then the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think what comes from this is almost like a shift in your own mindset. So, for example, when you feel really, really supported, then if there is something you've got to step up into, if you're feeling isolated, it can feel much bigger than it really is. Whereas if you're feeling really supported, it really doesn't present you with a problem. It's kind of like, yeah, it is like if you're on your own with something, then everything can feel much more burdensome, much bigger, more difficult. I think something comes in to support you. I do think there is some element of a choice that you've made in some area of your life, a choice that you've made, and this feels like a validation of that choice, and whatever you've been doing to work that there, this is an acknowledgement. You're appreciated, you're loved, and somebody, it's like it changes something from feeling like almost as though a crisis can feel like this huge problem, or a problem can feel like a huge crisis, and actually you can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. It's kind of like, oh, actually, just got to navigate this. It's not that bad. I can do this. I don't have to be fearful of this. It's like it shifts something in your world because you're not on your own with it. because you feel supported, because you feel validated. And what feels profoundly beautiful, I think, is that it's almost as though you're getting back some of the love and support and care and kindness that you have actually significantly given to others. It's returning to you. I think it's really going to help you to feel confident about yourself and whatever you're doing. And I think that actually is the breakthrough. In a way, the breaking through is possibly, it's like breaking through your glass ceiling, maybe where you've often thought, well, I can't do that, or I'd never be good enough, or something like that. I think that shifts. With the sun energy, you can sort of come out of your cocoon and shine. It does feel as though this connection with the full moon miracle and the transformation is actually someone coming forward, or a group of people coming forward, and it shifts and changes your own perspective of your own value, of how appreciated you are. And whereas you might have felt burdened, overloaded by something, not anymore. Now you'll feel like, it's sort of that shift where you feel like with the right support behind you, you can breeze it. Be like if you've been training on your own and suddenly a coach comes along and says, do you know, I think you're amazingly talented. You know, I'd like to coach you. I don't want any money. I just want to coach you because I think you're amazing. And you're like, wow, you know, this is incredible. Like getting that support, getting that backup, getting that validation. And suddenly you're like, gosh, well, if they think I can do this, maybe I can. And it changes that sort of mindset within you as well. It's like you shift into a space of absolute possibility and potential. And you can then, it's your crowning moment, in a way, it really honours you. And so you do feel very crowned in this moment, very appreciated, recognised, seen. And sort of, it does feel as though everything pales into insignificance that might previously have worried you. There's real support here, real love. If you've been in a relationship where maybe you had drifted apart, or you felt you hadn't seen eye to eye, you might be surprised if your partner actually suddenly says, do you know what, I think you're absolutely amazing. They reveal how they feel, and it's like it shifts everything. You're like, oh wow, actually, you know, I feel really supported. It would put you on a whole new platform, a whole new level. Very, very, very very beautiful. It's got a real warmth, a real loveliness, a real flow to it. And yeah, good fortune. Whatever is happening in your world, I think something is some support, care, love, validation, acknowledgement is being gifted to you in a way that it absolutely rockets your confidence, your self-value, your self-esteem, your self-worth, all of these things. And it moves you from a place of worrying about something to a place of feeling very confident that this is going to work out in a really good way and in your favour. Pile 3, this is your reading. It's absolutely delightful. It really is. How gorgeous to be so supported. Pile 3, if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon. And yeah, and obviously it's not just another reading. I do live events. I'll be doing another collective read where we have a live event, and I draw cards for the collective and invite you to draw cards for yourselves to receive messages. We've done this before a couple of times now, and people have really, really enjoyed them. The energy that comes between us all reading together is mind-blowing. So yeah, subscribe, press the little bell icon. Hopefully you'll get everything as soon as it comes into your stream. I'll be uploading the dates for that next in a very short while after uploading this reading. And yeah, I mean, Pile 3, this is really, really beautiful. Don't forget my tarot course is currently half price, so do check that out as well if you really do want to learn to read. Tons of love, beautiful souls.